Hello and welcome to the week 5 or 6 recap of The Bachelorette. I was going to upload last week, but I was feeling kind of low energy. And then I also thought, am I going to spend 5 hours watching, recording, editing what was kind of a filler episode anyway? And I kind of figured, nah. Anyway, you didn't miss anything. It was the Sean and Tanner episode. They both went home, but I gotta say, I was still very surprised that Tanner even made it that far. My theory was that he just slipped through the cracks every week, and by the time Charity actually paid attention to him, it was just too late. I mean, Tanner could have made the effort to, I don't know, make this grand gesture if he really wanted to get her attention, but I mean, he saw the writing on the wall. We all did, so yeah, they both went home. Anyway, this week's episode is quite an important one because it's the hometown visits weekend. So Charity's going to visit all the guys at their homes. So we have 4 guys left: Doten, Aaron, Xavier, and Joey. First, Charity goes to Aaron's home. And it's such a great start. Aaron's home is cozy, it's happy, it's really warm. And whenever Aaron's mom and Charity talk, Charity answers questions and she says, "Yes, ma'am," in like her southern accent. It's so adorable. His mom asks her then if Aaron would propose to her that day. Would she say yes? And Charity says she doesn't think so. She thinks no, because she only wants to ever say yes one time to a proposal. And she wants to be sure. She wants to say yes when she's ready. But it doesn't have anything to do with Aaron. Aaron seems kind of attractive again because his family is so lovely. I didn't mention the food. The food looked so good. Anyway, if that isn't enough, he takes her to a football field afterwards and he gives her a personalized letter jacket. It's also American. It really is the perfect date, and Charity says that it reminds her of Friday Night Lights, and she's so right. And yeah, basically they make out and he plays the song of one of her favorite artists, the artist that was performing at their first date. So that was really nice, and Charity enjoyed that. Next, Charity goes to Pennsylvania to meet with Joey's family. Just look at her dress. She looks stunning here. Anyway, Joey takes her to a tennis lesson, a private tennis lesson. Remember, he's a tennis pro. And he even does that like standing from behind to show her the moves thing so that he has an opportunity to hold her. They're kissing a lot. Charity is so giddy. And these two look very good together. Then somebody joins the game. It's Joey's uncle, Uncle Joe. And he gets along quite well with Charity. He seems to like her well enough, but he says that something doesn't feel right with Joey. Something feels off. Anyway, Charity and Joey chat a little bit, and she says that it's the first time meeting a white guy's family. And he acknowledges that this is, different and it's new for her and it's kind of a big step. But he also says that his family is really accepting and loving and that she's got nothing to worry about. Also, remember, it was probably last week or the week before, Joey had already told Charity that he's falling in love with her. Well, she says in her testimonial that she thinks that she might be falling in love with him too, and if tonight goes well, she's going to want to say it to him. Anyway, she talks with Joey's sister first, and she says that she's without a doubt falling in love with him. His sister's, polite and a bit protective, a little bit reserved, but she's friendly enough. Then Joey and his mom have a chat, and his mom asks, well, what makes you think that you two have a stronger bond than what she has with the other guys? Or what makes you two stronger or different? His mom looks kind of hesitant and she kind of echoes the sentiments of Uncle Joe a little bit, like, are you ready? Are you sure? And it's not really so much what she says. It's just her whole demeanor is just, I don't know. I don't like it. She says that she's happy for him. She hugs him and she's accepting, but she's crying a whole lot. And I don't know. And I mean, this is your adult son who went on a TV show. I don't know, this feels a little dramatic. But yeah, everybody in his family is really stressed, so there's something going on. Uncle Joe tells Joey then that he's concerned that Joey might not be who he really is with Charity. And he says that Joey can be a little bit of a people pleaser, and he's a little bit cynical of this whole process because it is moving rather fast. On the other hand, to be fair, I'm kind of glad that they're being critical and asking questions, because if this were my family member, I'd probably be acting the same. But they are a little bit negative, and it's making the atmosphere feel not the most welcoming, Anyway, Charity and Uncle Joe have a talk then, and she asks him if he thinks that Joey is ready for, this kind of life, marriage, children, and Uncle Joe says he doesn't know. And he also asks Charity, how sure are you that you are getting the real Joey? Charity says, well, I feel that every time we've hung out, he's been, real with me and we feel comfortable with each other. But she says in her testimonial that she's a little bit concerned, because, the family knows his history. And yeah, I'm also wondering, what aren't they telling her? What happened? Did Joey have a serious spiral over an ex? I think that Aaron's family handled this a little bit more maturely. Charity's great, and there's a chance you might get your heart broken, but you're going to be fine, and we'll hope for the best. Whereas Joey's family, I don't know, the vibes are very weird. But also keep in mind that Joey does seem really sensitive. He's quite soft-spoken. So, I mean, I don't doubt that they're just looking out for him. Anyway, after this disastrous date, they start chatting, and Charity says that it was a little bit challenging, but you know, she felt like the family liked her. And then they say their goodbyes, but Charity just can't stop crying. And Joey says that he notices that there was a mood shift between them. And as they're saying goodbye, she says that she's going to miss him. And Joey says that usually when they say their goodbyes, he's always really confident, but this time he's feeling kind of scared. Is she saying goodbye as in goodbye for good? He doesn't know. He doesn't really know where he stands. Anyway, we're on to the third date with Xavier, and it's so nice and refreshing to see him chill. He's really excited to see Charity. And before he takes her to his family, he takes her to a yarn shop to get some wool, and he teaches her how to knit. But there's this little group of knitting people, and they just all hang out together. Being a knitter myself, I really wanted to hang out in this group. It was just so cozy and wholesome. Anyway, then she finally meets the family. Yeah, there's a lot of warmth there, and they also seem to have a pretty realistic balance of, okay, this might not work out, but we really do like you, and it seems as though you two have a good connection, so we're going to be supportive. It's really cute. By the end of the date, Xavier's sister Chelsea says that she loves Charity, and I mean, who couldn't? This is the perfect date, 10 out of 10, and he tells Charity that he's falling in love with her. Then we have the fourth and final date, saving the best for last. We have Doten. So his parents are in Nigeria at this time, and they're not able to join the family festivities, but the rest of the family's there. Doten's gran is there. She's adorable. She's cooking. She's excited. And as they're all about to sit to eat some Nigerian food, apparently Charity's best friend is Nigerian, so she is familiar with Nigerian food. Doten's parents make a surprise appearance. Doten's mom and Charity bond quite a bit, and Doten's mom says that she would whisk Charity away to Nigeria for this huge Nigerian wedding should Charity become her daughter-in-law. It was really sweet. And as they leave the date, Doten has a Thunderbird, like a car, I think Charity is into cars, waiting for her, and they drive to the drive-in, and he has this projector screen up, and on it he has these videos and photos of both of them in their childhoods and growing up, and then all of their dates. It is really, really sweet, and they're sitting on the hood of the car, they're making out. I can't believe we still have 2 episodes to go, because to me the decision is made. Anyway, another perfect date, and Charity chats to the host afterwards, and she says that she's got some tough decisions to make, and she's quite upset because she says that the person that she's going to send home won't see it coming. And I kind of thought at this point, wait, so it can't be Joey then, because I think if she were to send Joey home, he would see it coming. Their hometown went terribly, and Joey is already stressed, so he's safe, probably. We get to the rose ceremony, and Xavier gets a rose, Doten gets a rose, and then Joey gets a rose. So Erin goes home. Had Charity made this decision last week or the week before, you know, choosing Joey over Erin, I would have understood. But I don't know, there's something about Joey that doesn't seem as reliable now. I kind of want to know, like, what happened. Maybe I'm exaggerating the bad vibes. No, I'm not, because Charity was pretty much bawling her eyes out at the end of it. Like, we all knew that it went terribly. So, I don't know. Well, yeah. Anyway, if you have seen it, feel free to share your thoughts. And thank you for watching.